Welcome to Miami. This is a big event city, and folks here are fired up for this one inside Hard Rock Stadium as the Miami Hurricanes try to represent the great tradition of their program. This is not your normal matchup. A battle of top 5 teams, two forces colliding here near the end of the season. Cannot wait for this one. Big playoff implications. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Miami Hurricanes. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Alabama will kick it off to get us underway. Return starts from inside the 5. He brings it back to the 18 before stepping out. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. They're going to run it. Get some space among the 30. Tackle made after a solid gain to spot the ball at the 34.
Good job up front by this offensive line and good hard running. But this Miami Hurricane back, he's doing everything he can to live up to the long legacy that the Canes have at this running back position.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Catch made on the out route. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Boy, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Breaking free at the 35. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Chris, if I'm not mistaken, this guy's already over 30 yards on the opening drive of this game. Another nice play right here. If this defense can't stop him, just keep feeding him the football.
The Hurricanes with 1st and 10 here. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
Great job on the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Ball handed to the running back. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up the football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm, everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
And the Canes looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. And at first down, they go right back to him. That's a strong run. They finally tackle him down at the 4.
Boy, the script that this offensive coordinator's put together to open this game is perfect. We've seen a little bit of everything. Varying formations, personnel groupings, run, pass, and it's working to perfection. Now, as they move the ball into the red zone area, can they put this ball into the end zone?
It's us the middle, but gets stuck. That one goes nowhere.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. The defense with more pre-snap movement. Trying for the touchdown on the right side. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Well, the offense is trying to overpower them at the line of scrimmage, and it's not working out. The defense getting lower, winning the leverage battle. It's going to bring up 3rd and goal. You got to think about maybe going through the air here to put a touchdown up on the board.
We'll see what the offense dials up here on 3rd and goal. And the wideout goes in motion. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Steps out after a crucial takeaway. This could be a big turning point.
Oh, how I love when this happens. The big dog up front is working hard and snatched his opportunity. Good for him.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Handoff from the shotgun. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. And there's the handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
They've got him, but not before he makes a 1st down at the 41.
The tight end drag route is the perfect option for an offense looking to scheme that position open for some yardage. Perfect execution here for a 1st down.
Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a 1st down. Here comes a handoff. Solid run, tackled at the 45-yard line.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Extending the play now. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the 1st and the 2nd option aren't there. By the 3rd option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
They'll hand it off. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Chris, I don't know. There's just something about that Bama uniform. When they run the football, it just feels right. It's a combination of having those big offensive linemen, a really physical approach at the line of scrimmage, and backs that are able to pick up 1st downs like that right there. Beautiful play.
Looking to throw it on 1st down. He's moving out of the pocket now. Finding space at the 20. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
He's going to hand this off. He's got room looking for the end zone. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Return begins inside the 10. And the coverage team able to bring him down. And the Miami offense is back on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held them just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Interesting play call here. 3rd and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give the opponents excellent field position. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. The pass is intercepted. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Well, your best player's got to make big plays in these kind of moments, and that's what happened right here with this defensive back. The offense in a tie game in the red zone, looking at points, and instead, the defense with the interception. In a tie game, their offense now has the ball.
This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. That's a design quarterback keeper. Defense will make the stop, and it will probably be the final play of this opening quarter.
The end of the first quarter with the score Alabama 7, Miami 0.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Tackle just short of the goal line at the 1. What a run.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
Alabama's offense now lining up on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, tied. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kirk.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back.
Miami 0.
And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there.
And your Miami Hurricanes will take over 1st and 10.
And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. He'll take a deep shot here. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. And he breaks clear down the right side. It's a foot race. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Hurricanes. The extra point, they're down 14-7 now. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. offense makes its way onto the field, hoping for a successful drive. Here's the handoff. Runs through the defender. They'll tackle him at the 27.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact. But that wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. They bring him down to the 38, but that's good enough for a first down. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. It's a strong run. Keeps the drive going. First down now. Keeping it on the ground here. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
He eludes the rush. He escapes one man, but he'll be swallowed up in the play and taken down.
Great call here by the defensive coordinator, sending that linebacker on the blitz, and it works out for the sack. And tell you, Miami linebacker play over the years, I would put up there with anybody in the country.
Now in third and very long, looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. Breaks loose at the 40. That's a nice scramble there, a big gain, but not enough for the first down.
Boy, he comes up just short of his first down, but a nice job of picking up some yards on third and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't quite enough to pick up the first down, but he gives them a chance.
Returner decides to fair catch this. Offense retakes the field. Last possession, a one-play lightning strike with the big touchdown pass. Can the defense make adjustments here? Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. The Hurricanes looking to crank up the tempo a bit.
Good, tough running here by this Miami Hurricane running back. A nice job up front to be able to pave the way to be able to come up with a Canes first down. And tell you, the way he's playing right now, all those famous alumni that Miami have, going to be watching this game and being very proud.
Second down after that previous play. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Second down, we're going to throw it. Quarterback escapes the pocket. And he'll just get rid of it.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Now the offense facing a third and long from their own 41. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. They were forced to punt it last time. Now they're looking to respond and add to this lead. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And he dumps it off to the tight end. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down here for this offense. The shotgun running play call. And they're able to get him down.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
Second down after that run on the previous play. It's a shotgun run call. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Down here, time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning. We'll have to see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Important third down play coming up. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Going to try to use his legs here. They make the tackle, but that scramble earns him enough yards for the first down.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first, to keep this drive moving.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw a good pass rush there on first down.
Boy, the defense rolls the dice here on this screen pass. If they don't hit this quarterback, this is a big play. But give them credit. They were able to get to him before they were able to complete that pass.
After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. Touchdown, Miami. And the defense adds 6 with an interception return. That is a game-changing play by this defense.
Oh, game-changing. The momentum now is on their side. They've got confidence that they can finish this game off and get a win. If they do, we're going to remember this play right here.
And they tack on the extra point. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line here, Chris, for me when it comes to throwing the screen pass. You don't want to throw it too early, obviously, and the defense reacts quickly and can sniff it out. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late and potentially get sacked. You've got to make sure it hits just right for this play to work.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Boy, Chris, great timing here with the quarterback against that zone defense, waiting just at the right time to deliver it into that window to pick up a nice gain.
Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. They're going to run the option. Oh, and a fumble here. Can you believe it? Offense with a crucial fumble recovery.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks, when they decide to pull the ball down and run, they've got to protect it. He left it out away from his body exposed, and it got knocked away. Very fortunate he had a teammate who was able to get on top of it.
Second down play coming up. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Looking to throw it deep. And is intercepted. He's got some room and some blockers here. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Boy, this quarterback's got to regroup. That's his second interception in this game right now. He's got to do a better job. But, Chris, it's easy to sit up here and say that. It could be the receiver running the wrong route. Balls sometimes can get tipped. All we know is at the end of the day, the guy pulling the trigger is responsible.
Ball handed off. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid game.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back. He's looking deep here. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. And they finally tackle him down at the one. Big gain in the pitch and catch. They move the 6th. They'll hurry to the line here on first down now. And they're trying to punch it in here. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Second down and goal upcoming. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Timeout, Miami.
Third down and goal. Big play coming up here in the red zone. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes.
A little bit surprised here, Chris. I thought they might put the ball in the air here on third and goal, but instead they run the football, keep it on the ground, and they get the touchdown.
PAT makes it a 7-point lead. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. This is a squib kick right to one of the blockers on the return team. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there.
First and 10.
So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. There's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. And the defense jumps on the football. So not much time left before halftime as they begin this possession here. Can they make something happen? They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Finally out of bounds after a solid gain, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this out. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Just time enough for one more play in the half. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. So on first down, the field goal unit will come out there trying to get 3 points before the half. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. And the coach chooses to go for a field goal attempt here. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
And that one, my gosh, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. It's a squib kick picked up by one of the blockers. And they get him down in what will be the final play of this first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Canes will kick it away to get us going in the second half. And the kick is a squib kick taken by one of the up men. And after a very solid kick return, they'll tackle him at the 36. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. No surprise they're in a hole here. They've given the football away in each of the last 2 possessions. First play of the second half is a handoff. Breaks loose at the 45. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Touchdown, Bama. It was a foot race and he won it.
What a long run for the touchdown. I don't know if this defense was caught sleeping or walking in mud. I can't pick which one. Maybe it's both because the running back just went right by them so easily for the big gain and a big-time score.
PAT is good. They draw within 3, 24-21. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. 24, He'll return it from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 27. That's where the drive will start. And the Miami offense is back on the field. Linebacker shifting around now. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense in a split backfield now. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Looking for the wide out. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. More than enough to pick up a first down.
Just a great throw and an even better catch here by Miami to be able to come up with a big play for this offense. And Chris, oh my gosh, just an embarrassment of riches when it comes to Miami in the wide receiver position. You can say not recently. They've had some pretty good players, but you go back, Michael Irvin, Andre Johnson, Reggie Wayne, Santana Moss. I just could keep going and going when it comes to the Canes.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Catch made on the left side. He's brought down, but not before crossing midfield of the 42. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
That gain sets up a third down play. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Caught quickly. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Chris, sometimes the quarterback's just trying to find the open guy and get him the ball. It's exactly what he's able to do here. Found a way to pick up the first down.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. The gain is 3 yards. Brings up a second down and 7.
Brings up second down.
Now this is the 8th play on this drive. And he's got it again. He's got some room. Can he get there? And they stop him at the 4 after an excellent run.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
The Canes will line up now. It's first and goal. Here's the handoff on first and goal. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown for the U.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
And the extra point gives him a double-digit lead. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there.
And the Alabama offense will take over first and 10.
So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. Last possession, a perfectly blocked running play. They scored in one play. Can they keep it going? Incomplete, but a late flag comes in. A lot of contact.
Man, playing defensive back has got to be the toughest job out there right now in college football. You get isolated on islands against these freaky, talented receivers. It's hard enough to be able to stay up with them and try to make a play on the ball, and often you end up bumping them downfield and you get a call like this.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. And he's brought down, but hold on, there's a flag on the play. Offense moving backwards after that holding penalty. Wideouts now clustered. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Aggressive call, a deep shot on first down, but incomplete.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Incompletion sets up a second down. They'll run it here. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Trying to create here on the move. Catch made. A lot of space now. Rips off a big gain all the way to the plus 43-yard line.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
Alabama getting set for the 1st and 10 now. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
You know, plays like this are what Alabama offense is all about. They run the football, and then they're efficient within their passing game. Think about it. They won a couple national championships with Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron by just being efficient and playing smart at the position and being a great complement to that running game in the defense.
Ball handed off. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So 2nd and 6.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
Coach elects to try for 3 points and sends out the field goal unit. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They begin with a quick throw to the left. Defense stops him short of the first down marker, and that'll do it for the third quarter of play.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Miami 31, Alabama 24.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. They're going to run it here. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
He's sacked at the 24-yard line. Brings up third down.
It's third down for the offense. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Quarterback in the shotgun here on third down. It's a quick grab. Out of bounds, but not before a big game. This offense is ripping the defense apart today.
Well, the defense gets these guys to third down. They got a chance to get them off the field, and instead they give up the first down. So the clock will continue to move, and the defense is really at the mercy of this offense at this point.
He'll hand it off. Tackle made after just a short gain.
And I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Now it's second down here. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. And it's caught. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Third down play here out of the shotgun. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now fourth down.
Look, Chris, it's third down. I understand there's a tendency for the quarterback to want to trust his arm and believe in his receivers to make a play. But, boy, that was a tight throw. He's lucky it wasn't picked.
Leading here late in the game, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to keep possession and stretch the lead. Fourth down, he's throwing for it. Quick completion to the tight end. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a fourth down play, and they will take over on downs now.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this fourth down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. They settled for a field goal last time out. Let's see what they can do this time. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance and a really nice gain.
Here's the second down play. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the mark, inches away.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally. It can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And he picks up the first down, tackled at the 32.
Well, that shows you the trust they have in their offensive line in this running game. To get to a third down, just trying to come up with a way to be able to keep this drive alive, keep hope alive that you can come back in this game. You rely on old reliable, that offensive line, and they come through for you.
Defense is coming after him. He's moving out of the pocket. On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying the lead.
Offense will try to recover now. It's 2nd and 12. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Gets past the tackler into open space now.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Tackled at the 5-yard line. Now it's 1st and goal right there.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. And like the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and quarterback makes a good read. Nice first down.
Running out of time in the pocket. Got him for a sack. A big play made by one of the senior leaders of this defense.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
And this big crowd doing everything possible to inspire this defense down here near the goal line. Caught near the goal line. And he scores. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. On paper, this looked like an excellent matchup. On the field, it's been even better than that, Kurt.
When we have two teams that are so evenly matched, that have this kind of talent, the margin of error is just so slight. Now it comes down to the final 2 minutes. Who wants it more and who's going to play better?
The PAT is up and good, and we are all tied here in the final quarter. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Return begins inside the 10. And the returner will be brought down. And the clock has stopped here as we've reached the final 2 minutes of play. Run it from the gun. And tackled after a small pickup there.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Second down after that run on the previous play. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and it can create some vertical seams for big plays.
So the offense faces a third and manageable here from the 25-yard line. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. On the third and short, they'll try to throw for it. The short completion to the tight end. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
The Hurricanes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Takes the handoff and tests the left side. Fights through a tackle. The timeout is called to talk strategy here. Tie game late in the fourth quarter.
Hey, nice RPO here by the offense. Defense is going to sit back, make it easy on the quarterback, hand it off up the middle. Nice solid game. Stay ahead of the chains.
Crowd really getting into it here in the final minute. Here's that defense shifting again. Send the back in motion. They look to throw it here on second down. And here comes a deep shot. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there. But now it's third down.
Now that's going to bring up a critical third down here as we're late into this football game in a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control of this huddle, make sure everybody's on the same page. You have multiple plays that you could go to, whether it's a run or a pass, but you've got to come up with a first down.
It's third down. Quarterback in the shotgun. And he pulls in the catch. Brought down at the 40. That'll be a first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. First down, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Makes the catch downfield. And tackle made after a big gain. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their first timeout.
Well, I'll tell you what, this guy's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. And here we are, late in the game. He needs to continue to play with that consistency. And that's a great example that he's up to it.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. And looking to throw now on first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And the defense calling time here with 26 seconds to play.
That's an easy completion for the quarterback, finding his receiver just dragging underneath coverage.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. And he drops back in the gun. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Well, this is it. Late in the game, really tight situation. This is what separates a good quarterback from a great quarterback. Can he come up with the play to keep this drive alive?
So here we go, third down. Defense needs a stop here, try to force a field goal attempt. And they pick up the first on the ground. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's fourth down.
Fourth down coming up.
And a timeout is taken, just 2 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Miami.
So on fourth down, here comes a crucial field goal attempt. And a timeout is taken, just 2 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Alabama.
So tie game, fourth quarter. They're going to go for it on this fourth down. And here's the handoff. Touchdown, Hurricanes, to claim the lead here in the final minute.
And it's just a thing of beauty to watch this offense. That's this guy's third touchdown. But give the offensive line a lot of credit. They're getting enough of a push to give him some room to show you what he can do with that space.
Well, this is a game to remember and a fun one to call. Decided on the final play. Can't get better than that.
To watch these teams go at it and for it to come down to the final play, the final touchdown, those are the games you remember for a long time.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.